to the Real Dad Podcast. I'm Dave.
I'm Joey.
I'm Mark.
Your name's what's your name?
It gets me every time.
And I'm Brian.
Yeah.
There it is. What's Dad?
Yes. Welcome to the show. Thank you for choosing to click on another episode and hang out with us four crazy dads. It's been a wild week of dadding in my household. I don't know about you guys. I'm over winter.
Yeah.
I'm ready for summer. Just like we don't kick our kids outside enough in the winter. In the summer, it's like go play outside, go play basketball, go play ball hockey, jump on the trampoline. We have like a sand table in the back. We've got monkey bars. Go do things outside.
You know, you need the right property for winter.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because we have friends who have like a skating rink in the outside, and they've got like a hill like right out their back door so the kids can toboggan down. It's like
You need
it's
that.
gold.
We have all of that, and they'd still fuck around and find out.
Oh,
Right.
We've had 2 back-to-back snow days. I woke up to 10 inches of snow this morning.
Ooh, with
And
buses canceled, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those where we're like, Snowmageddon, we have a hill in our thing, and then the kids are like out there for 37 seconds, and they're like, I'm cold, where's my iPad?
Yeah.
Like,
Hot
the
chocolate.
iPad is going away.
I think like the hot is more bearable than the cold. Mind you, like when it's crazy hot, it's crazy hot.
Yeah.
But like
Give me hot
we'll
all day.
throw the sprinkler on outside. We'll fill up a little pool. Like you can come up with more creative ways to keep them outside in the summer than you can in the winter when they get cold and you gotta chill. Especially you don't want to mess around with sicknesses again. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't want that in your face. So yeah, they're just like I feel like I'm at that stage where I'm cooped up. I'm watching so many people go on vacations, and I'm not one of them. And I just want to be on a beach.
That's
I
where I
want to
get
feel the
FOMO.
heat
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
sun on my face again. Like these winter days, like when we've got glimpses of sun, I told Brian at work the other day, like I'm standing on the middle of our road, just like sunbathing.
Soak it in, baby.
Like you're almost 40 when you're just sunbathing in winter. Like bring it on, give me the vitamin D.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
just over it. I'm over winter.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I'd also just like to reestablish you cannot get a cold from getting cold.
You can too.
You can't.
that's not how it
Wait,
It's a
what?
virus.
No.
This is an old wives like this is what our moms
That's
told us.
why
Put your
your
jacket on
kid
or you're gonna
needs
get
to
a cold.
wear their jacket.
It's not a thing. It's
Why
a
do
mom
they have
thing.
jackets then?
So that you don't get physically cold, but it doesn't cause a cold virus. A cold
No, it
virus
protects
is a
you
virus.
against the cold,
No.
like from getting a cold.
No.
It's like a condom for viruses.
Absolutely not. You contract a virus,
The better
but
the
not
jacket,
from
the
cold
least
weather.
likely
It
you are
does
to
make
get
you
sick.
more susceptible to.
Yes, it would drop your immune system if
Yes.
you are freezing cold.
As
But
you
you're
just
still
said, you can
catching
get-
it from a person who has a cold. The air isn't just like here's a virus. The earth
They
doesn't
live in the
make them.
cold.
No, yes, that's what
People
happens.
transfer them.
What
No.
are you talking about? This isn't new news. This is why you wear a coat, so you don't get sick.
Not a
No.
thing.
If you just go outside and nobody's around, you're not going to get sick.
Yes, you are. If you don't have a coat on, you can get pneumonia.
You can get pneumonia. I will
Pneumonia.
give you that.
Name something sicker than pneumonia.
I understand that.
It's pretty fucking bad. Have you never had it?
I have.
Don't then put your fucking coat on.
Yes, but the whole wives' tale is
You guys are fucking.
that you're gonna get a cold. I'm not fucking with you because it's the whole thing. This is what we were told as kids. Put your coat on or you're getting a cold.
Because you get a cold.
Nope.
If you don't put your coat on.
No, you don't
can-
get a cold.
You can
What do you
A cold is a
get
virus.
pneumonia if you spend too much time in cold weather. I'll give you that.
I'm laughing at him, but I'm 100% on Mark's side here. You're getting a cold
But
from
you're
the
wrong.
cold.
You can't get a cold
Science.
virus from cold weather. That's not a thing. Absolutely not. You can get pneumonia from extreme cold. 100%.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
It all made me think about if I had superpowers as a dad.
Okay.
What superpowers would I want them to be? Like I'm thinking like just like teleportation. Take me somewhere warm and cozy and
But
away
like
from this
parent
cold.
or like dad specific superpower?
So here's the thing. I asked ChatGPT I said, let's pretend that superpowers are real. Give me
Okay.
5 funny superpowers that parents wished they had.
Okay.
So now you guys need to blind rank them. Who's volunteering as tribute here? Brian. Let's make Brian because Brian talks the
don't-
least in each episode. So you have
But I'm okay with it.
you have to lock in the decisions. So you're ranking 5 to 1. Number 1 being the best number 1
This has been a
superpower.
group activity in the past.
It is.
It is,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You're
We will
just the
contribute.
final
I got
decision.
you, I
You
got
got
you.
the final
Yeah.
decision of the group, so they can sway you, but
Okay.
at the end of the day, it comes down to you.
Okay.
So 5 being the least impressive superpower.
Yeah.
We're going to start off here with selective hearing control. The ability to tune out whining, tantrums, and the phrase, Mom, Dad, watch this, on an endless loop. Well,
I've already got that down to a
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just
That's just
important
being a
thing.
man.
That's a
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that have like the only way I'll
That's not
take it
a
as a superpower is if I can use it on my wife.
That's 5 all day long. I don't even
Kids
need
and
it.
I think
wife.
that's fine for sure. That's just called turning on a sport.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
all
locked
right.
in.
Snack materialization, a magical ability to conjure snacks out of thin air, ensuring that no road trip, grocery store visit, or bedtime
He didn't
routine
write this.
is ever
We all know
ruined
he didn't
by
write
a
this.
He
lack
said chat
of
did it.
goldfish
Okay.
crackers.
See, that's low for me.
Yeah.
That's a
Not a snack.
But have you
that
ever
kids aren't
forgotten
snacky?
snacks and
Pardon?
the kids get snacky and then you don't have the snacks when the kids are snacky?
suck it up.
No, I hate the
Oh.
snacks, and that's where Robin and I are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Can I call it a spectrum?
Yeah, for sure.
The snackdrum.
Everything's a
the
spectrum.
vending machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on opposite ends of the vending machine.
Okay.
Where I'm a no go. Like the kids come to me, can I have a snack? No, and then they run off to mom. But it
Okay.
is multiple times a day,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
it
yeah.
drives me.
But like
friggin'
road
crazy.
trips, are you packing snacks? Are you taking the kids somewhere
Again,
long?
I pack the snacks because I don't want to hear it, but Robin always forgets them every single time.
So if you could
that's
just
not the case in
materialize
my
them out
family.
of nowhere. So does Maddie pack snacks or anything?
Yeah,
or?
she's the
Maddie
snack
packs
packer.
snacks.
I mean,
So
we
you-
kind of
Packer.
it's a team game.
Yep,
but
yep.
she's always the one that remembers all of the things.
Right. I immediately went to just using that power to conjure snacks for myself.
Well, that's a
Not
good
for the
point
kids.
too.
Oh, no,
That's a
if
good
I had a
one.
superpower that could just magically make Doritos appear,
Right?
game
That's why
over.
that creeps
I
up
would
to like
gain
3.
too much weight.
Yeah.
No, that's part of the superpower. You don't gain. you
It's
don't gain any
calorie
weight.
free.
Oh, okay.
Joey's wife is an excellent snack packer.
Yep, she is.
Like
So-
I remember going to the
I feel offended and I don't know why.
because like it was one of those things where I realized
Because it
like
sounds
how
sexual,
much
right?
your wife does it for you. But I remember being out with Meg and she had all these snacks
the
and it was
snacks.
like, here you go, and just like threw more to
is
my
true.
kids where I'm like, I
Yeah.
didn't bring snacks for my kids, and she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like handing them out. I'm like, you're incredible.
We
this
are
is awesome.
huge on the
Newfie.
snacks in our house. So yeah, the Newfie is the big part of that. Like when you go to a baseball game with Meg's family,
Yeah.
everybody's got a backpack with snacks. Nobody's buying hot dogs at the stadium.
Yeah. Totally.
Everybody's got their sandwiches and everything pre-made they're bringing in.
At soccer practice, my kids would just go to Meg when they
Yeah.
saw her.
Yeah.
It's like, she's got the snacks.
My wife did kill it. We did one road trip where she bought
said
fishing road trip where she brought fishing tackle boxes. So they have all the little dividers, and she packed each little divider with a different treat for the kid on the ride. So it was like, this is all you have. It's there and back. Without my wife, I would need that superpower.
If the superpower is not gaining weight from snacks, that would
no,
be
yeah,
a
I'm
real
realizing
high-
so
real
far
high
the
on my list.
superpowers the wife has naturally, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
wishing we could do what they
The
do.
superpower is just
Okay,
having
so
a
where's
wife.
snack?
Basically.
Where's snack ranking?
That's 4 for me.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
fair. I like it. that way.
Infinite peace mode, a temporary state of zen that allows parents to answer why 47 times in a row without losing their mind, or explaining why the sky is blue.
my kids haven't made it to that.
They don't annoy you enough.
No, they annoy me enough.
So
Just not
do you
that
need
version.
patience?
But no,
But
there's other
there's
versions.
no like my kids like I don't know how to explain it, but if my kids are like, "Can I have this?" and we say no, usually they're pretty good.
Right, gotcha.
Or it's like, they haven't gotten on the why train. Like it's
Yep.
just not a question.
Does
in their
this
house. They accept
also-
the answer.
Sorry.
No.
Does this also apply to when you're having to ask your kid to do the same thing over and over
Yeah.
and
Oh,
over?
no,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
endless
Yeah,
amount of
That's
patience.
high on my list.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because
tough.
that has been driving me nuts lately.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, just do the thing.
Yeah.
Just once.
Yeah.
Do it the first time I ask.
Yeah,
Just
How-
once. That's
At
all I'm
what
asking.
number of asking does it get annoying?
Oh, it depends on the day.
7.
but
Because like one, it's
I'm
like
on
okay,
2.
2.
I'm pretty patient, so it takes a lot to get me frustrated with it, but I'm there now.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
like-
the thing that had me going with the thinking that compliance meant good parenting. That's what it was like mainly about is bedtime, where it's like
Yeah.
brush your teeth and do your jammas. I didn't say you have to go to bed. If you just brush your teeth and do your jammas, you can play in your room, you can read books, you can do all these things. I just want these 2 things done now. And no, not a chance in hell.
The attention span of my oldest child is very short.
Well, then I'm glad it's not
super
just
frustrating.
us.
No,
Because,
not at all.
Yeah, it's the same. Literally, like, can you pick up? You just walked over. Can you just pick it up? Yep. You walked over. Can you just, instead of just walking over, you're closer to the floor than I am. Can you just pick it up?
Yeah.
Pick it up, man. Just pick it up.
Or
Just
it's
forget
like,
it.
I just have to finish this thing before I do it. No, just stop doing that and do what I asked you to do, please.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to your thing.
Yeah, you can go back.
It's still there.
So that's high for me. That's like, I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say, 2
I want to
would
leave
be-
one open.
It could
Yeah,
be.
you've
It
got
could be anything. Yeah.
1 and 3 left. We've got teleportation, but only for forgotten items. Instantly retrieve lunchboxes, homework, favorite stuffed animal,
Nah, I
your
don't
kid
care
left
about
at home, because of course they just remembered as you pulled into school.
Bump it to 5 and knock everything out.
Yeah. I don't care enough to want to summon that superpower.
Yeah.
If they've forgotten something,
Yeah.
you're like,
I
whatever,
feel like
you get
that's,
over
that's
it.
for the parent who has like their kid has their blankie or their stuffy.
And
where,
if they
like,
don't
if
have
you
it,
forget
then
it,
you're
then it's
fucked.
meltdown city. I could see that for that parent.
Yeah, but
For very young children.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on this, like, we're very close. We're not even close. I don't know why I started with that.
You're on a
very
journey
far
too.
away from.
We are open to letting our kids make mistakes now.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for example, my wife is the fight to death on putting on snow pants in the morning. Where my
Yeah.
daughter's at the age where, like, she likes her baggy pants and doesn't want to put snow pants on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So the argument, like, goes on, and now it's more like, I'm just gonna put them in her bag,
Yeah.
and they're there if you need them. But if you want to freeze, then you freeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Good for her. I feel like that's a big step for her to let go
It's-
of that control and let her
it
be.
has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
awesome to the point of, like, our daughter gets off the bus. She's not wearing pants sometimes. Sometimes she's not wearing snow pants.
You fixed it.
Snow pants.
Yeah.
Snow pants. She gets off the bus.
Sometimes in snow pants, sometimes not. In
Thank you,
snow
Joey.
pants.
And it's been just a delightful treat.
That's
and my
nice.
wife has, like, learned to accept it. And it's like, and same thing. It's like, you got to get all dressed up before you go outside. I'm like, just let them go outside.
Yeah.
They're going to realize that it's too damn cold and they could catch a cold. So they'll come back inside.
Listen.
I'm putting it as far down as I can, so number 3.
3.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I hope this fits the bill for you for number
I
1.
hope so too.
Gotta stuck to it now.
The instant nap inducer, a power that lets you put your kids to sleep immediately without
Yes.
reading Goodnight Moon 5 times and enduring 30-minute negotiation
You crushed
about
it.
more sips of
Yeah,
water.
I'll take that. I'll take
Right?
You can't abuse the power though.
it.
That's the key. Do that? No, fine.
Boom, bed.
Sleep.
Sleep.
If game's on, sleep. Yeah. All right.
I'd spend less time on the toilet. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
100%. 100%.
I would miss the toilet time.
It's true. I think that's a good list. I like that list.
Yeah, my kids, they'll always have like water at bed, like their little water bottle with
Yeah.
them, and it's so frustrating when that's empty and you have to go fill it up. And like a bunch of times when they were younger, I'll just go to the sink and fill it up. Now they're like, no, we want the water from downstairs.
Must
like they
be
want
filtered water.
the fridge water, and I'm like,
Daddy.
you little diva. And then I watched this TikTok of a mom who did like a complete satire, like joke of it, where she's like, first I take the water and I put it out in front of the full moon so that it can absorb the filters of the moon.
nice.
Then I boil the water and I add last month's moon water to it. Then these ice cubes from a
love her
glacier. And like, oh, it's so funny.
good.
But I'm like, kids can get to that point where it's like, no, I wanted this. No, and it's like, oh, you're just getting water. I'm gonna walk down 5 like steps to pretend as if I went down, and you're not gonna tell the difference between the tap water and the fridge water.
Just
It's
make
not.
them go do it.
I do sometimes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna
they're
say
getting to the
that.
age where they can.
That stops.
But if they're like already in bed, they're tucked in, you've back scratched, you've done all the things.
You don't
and
want them
then
getting out of
they're
bed.
saying they want it, and you're like,
Yeah.
you don't move a fucking muscle.
So I wanted to go
accurate.
back on one thing, just that you were talking about, Mark, with the whole letting them make mistakes, specifically with like this stuff in the morning and getting
Yeah.
dressed. Is that something that you've incorporated with your son as well, him being younger, or is that more
He's-
just for your daughter?
he's too young.
Yeah.
I remember now about what I was gonna say.
Oh, very good.
Is this the thing you were going to say like 2 weeks ago? Or?
Yeah, he remembered that eventually.
Yes, I got him.
Just swimming lessons. Just bring it up. I'll clue in.
Yeah.
He's still too young. So for
Yeah.
Right.
him, what we have learned is that he looks up to his sister so much
Yeah.
that by giving her more freedom, it kind of trickles down to him and she kind of inspires him.
Right.
So same thing, like today we are staying at my in-laws tonight. So we're like, okay guys, we're gonna like clean up. We need you before we leave. We have to give them 3 activities to do so that we can fucking get out the door.
Right.
So it's like we need you to tidy up your room, put your dirty clothes in the hamper, and then like clean up the living room. And he's like, no, not doing that.
Not for me,
Hard
dog.
no. I didn't make this mess. I was like, this is legit all you, bro. It's like there's fucking Paw Patrol everywhere,
Yeah.
dude. Like this is none of us. And my daughter were like, can you help out here? And she's like, okay. And then she like comes and she starts doing it. And then he's like, oh, fine.
Right. Since he's doing it, I
And then,
guess we're doing
and
it.
then he goes and he does it. So now it's like it's starting to
Right.
one of those things. But you can see Robin's a little bit more like there's no way in hell she'll send him outside without like
Yeah.
snow pants and stuff because he's just a boy and he doesn't care. He'll be like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're at a similar state with my kids. Same thing with my son, him being younger, where we haven't been able to issue that. Whether
Yeah.
it's like if he wants to do it, then do it. Where he's still very much, no, you're putting this on or you're not going outside.
Right.
Where with my daughter, we're trying to do the same. I'd say more so I'm trying to do the same thing. It's a bit of a fight though. Cause like, and a lot of that comes back to upbringing. Like me and Meg have very different parenting from that perspective.
Right.
Like hers was very much like she will still get that from her mom sometimes. Of like, you got to put a coat on before you go outside. She's in her 35ish.
Yeah, this
So
is-
she never got out of that, and she was very much ruled by that. Where like I didn't have that, and
Yeah.
so we've had that almost every morning this week, where it's been like Murph brings up something that she does not want to wear, or wants to wear something that she should not wear, and like I could see it just ticking in Meg, where it's like turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. I'm like, put the hand on the shoulder, like,
Yeah.
babe, just let her do it. She
okay.
wanted to wear little cotton gloves today. I'm like, just let her do it. She's gonna get her hands soaked. We'll put the other gloves in her bag because that's the parenting thing. You prep them
yeah.
for what you know they're gonna need,
Yeah.
but let them make that initial mistake.
And then
because-
she's going to be like, man, I'm so glad I put these in here.
yeah,
Her mom
yeah.
doesn't get any credit. Murph's
No.
like, man, I'm so glad I'm such a good planner.
it's funny though because the credit does come, and again, my son's only 3, so like he doesn't
Right.
give it. He thinks he runs everything, but like my daughter, for example, will put like the gloves in the bag,
Right.
and then she'll come home and be like, "Did you put the gloves in my bag?" And we're like, "Yeah, we did. We thought of other things." She's like, "Well, that's so nice," and it's like
Yeah.
it is really nice to get.
You
those,
start
like,
getting a bit of that. Yeah.
yeah.
And you think that maybe they'll learn lessons and maybe they'll get smarter over time. You think.
No.
Unless they're boys. And then
Yeah.
they don't. My son came home
They
from
will
school.
marry, right? That becomes your superpower.
God,
They
we
get their
hope
superpower.
so, yes. Came home from school and I was working on my computer and I was like, oh my God.
What was wrong with your computer?
Whose feet smell so bad? And then Ben's like, oh, that's me. I wore shoes today. And we're like, why did you wear shoes? There's so much snow. He's like, I run faster in shoes and I got to run fast. I can't run in boots. Like he was willing to risk like he's not wearing
used to do
boots out in the snow. He wore his running shoes,
I
soaked
totally
his
get
feet.
that.
Absolutely remember
Stinky
doing
ass socks when he walked in the door. He went straight up to his room to change them.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my God. But yeah, he just like he's making the decision he wants to make.
Oh yeah.
Whether we think it's the right decision or not, he's making a decision for
Absolutely.
himself.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah. How to run in boots, maybe.
Yeah,
We need to get
yeah,
him
yeah,
faster
yeah.
boots.
There's an invention for you.
All right, speaking of my son, I'm going to humiliate him a little bit.
Oh.
Because he had a few really funny Ben moments for us. So I'm going to start off with Kids Messenger, Facebook Messenger. You can set it up for them. They can text their friends and stuff like that. The parent has to allow each person into it. So it's a very safe space for them. You can also read, as a parent, all of their messages. I don't think they know that you can read all of the messages, because I don't think things can be deleted within it as well. First one.
Yo, don't do this.
No, this is funny.
You don't want to do this, man. You don't want to do
They're fun.
I feel like we're crossing a line.
Because I'm proud of my son.
I don't care. It goes against the fucking button you had to push that nobody reads, like all the privacy laws and stuff. Like you get in big trouble for
No,
this.
this is funny because
No,
it
I don't
made me
think
laugh.
it is, Dave.
One of his friends.
I'm against this. What camera are we on? I'm against this.
Ben, we do not approve.
I want you to know, Ben.
Two that made us
We
laugh.
tried, okay? We tried, but he's like the quarterback of the fucking thing. He's loud. He doesn't listen. You know what it's like,
He does.
right, Ben? You know exactly what it's like. This is what we're dealing with here.
I'll show
Sorry,
you the
little buddy.
picture.
Yeah.
One
Your
of
smelly
his
ass feet.
one of his friends sent a picture of like a little pickle. So it's a green pickle, like as if he's holding it. And then my son responds saying, "Is that supposed to be average or something?" With a picture of a cucumber.
Attaboy. Is that supposed to be average or something?
He I can just picture him running over to the fridge to find.
Oh, looking around,
great.
making
So
sure
good.
nobody's walking in so he can grab the cucumber.
No, he was probably going for a banana and found the cucumber. He's like, whoa.
Whoa, hey.
So next, one of his other dumb friends wrote, it's like a guess what this drawing is, and he drew a terrible picture of a little peen.
Yeah.
And Ben just messaged back, "Bro, why? We're in grade 7." As if why are you drawing pictures of penises? We're older than this.
Bro, why?
So it was one of those we should probably just check in on that and make sure
Yeah.
every conversations are going okay. And
That's
then you
cool.
see some of his replies and you're like, "Oh, we're doing good here. He's a good kid."
Or he knows that you read his messages.
Yeah. So then he ended up chirping me. My wife and I went out on a date. It was really nice. We finally got to go out. We went
Super happy for you. We're in the trenches
dinner
over
and
here.
we went to Palladium and played
cool.
arcade game and stuff like that.
Oh,
It was like a
nice.
fun little teenage type date.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Came home and he was I could tell he was still awake. So I went in to say goodnight. And he sees me and he's like, "Dad, is there a dress code for dates?" And I was like, "Huh, not really, buddy." He's like, "Well, because I'm pretty sure the Real Dad podcast shirt isn't doing it." And I was like, "Oh,
wow.
I had my
Shots fired.
RDP shirt on for the date." And he's like, "You could do better, Dad.
Yeah.
You could do better." I was like, "Come
You're
on,
right out.
little
I thought you
punk."
didn't miss an opportunity to wear your sport jacket, Dave.
Respect the
on,
drip, Ben.
Come on, man.
I think the RDP shirts are fire. Nice black tee.
Nobody
That was
would know
Palladium,
because we
though.
never sent them to anyone.
That's
so.
very good. Now, how was the Palladium date?
It was a lot of fun.
Excellent.
It Palladium. I wish they had some better games because it still is somewhat geared for kids or just
Okay.
getting tickets to be able to get something on your way out.
Mm-hmm.
But we still had a blast. So
Excellent.
we walked in and I walked up to the person at the cashier or whatever and was like, "How many tickets do we need to have fun tonight?" The guy was like, "Well, it depends how long." And I was like, "I don't know, around this time." He's like, "All right." So we bought our tickets and you just get the wristband and go play some games. So I wish it was more Dave and Buster's-esque where it had some more interactive or cooler games.
Yeah.
It's still, I'd say, geared towards kids, obviously. But there was a lot of teenagers and stuff in there on dates. It was weird kind of seeing kids. And I said to my wife, I'm like, is part of getting older being more judgy? Because you see kids and you're like, you really shouldn't be with that person.
Yeah.
Dude, this I can tell
That ain't gonna
right out of the
last.
get go.
That's the parent.
This isn't
Yeah,
good.
that's the
Yeah.
parent.
You want to be able to just no, you're making a bad decision right now.
We almost ended up, because we went on a date night the same night that you guys did.
Oh,
And we
nice.
did that because I came down to switch the trucks and you weren't there. Scared the crap out of Tina. It was hilarious. But yeah, we almost ended up at Palladium. But
Oh, that would've
we
been
ended up
fun.
going to Neb's, but it would have been funny if you were there. But we went bowling instead of Neb's, and it was
Oh,
a
okay.
blast. Big fan of a
Nice.
bowling date night. Allows for good chatting. We played 5-pin. We did 2 regular rounds, and then we put the bumpers up at the end.
Oh,
Adorable.
Yeah, Meg was sick of losing, and she's got hers. So she knows when she gets the bumpers up, she has a spot she throws it to and intentionally uses the bumper.
She's
and
good at
she
geometry.
smoked me. Yeah. wasn't even close. Yeah.
I'm super happy for you guys. We're in the fucking trenches over here. It's we need to break. We need it.
Yeah, when was your last date?
Who the fuck knows?
Is it harder because you've moved further away
No.
to get a sitter or anything?
Well, we only really trust like one person with our kid. But the Christmas break, I found we were like really taking advantage. We spent a lot of us time together over like the month of December, even like kind of November, and then through January, it just kind of like fizzled off because we were like, we want to save money, we want to do things, we want whatever, we're trying to get married, yada yada. And I really miss those times.
Yeah.
And I've been filming a lot. This is our last month of filming, so they're like
packed.
Jamming.
yeah, they're like, it's like it has been really good, but then now it's kind of chaotic and they're throwing us all over the place. So it is kind of like I miss her.
Yeah.
And this week specifically, going back to the swimming lessons thing, swimming lessons has been really, really difficult for us.
Right.
And last week was my week on the decking.
Water? In
Well,
water.
you can't walk on water, Dave, unless you have a jacket
On
on.
deck.
Yeah, wherever.
You like the space around the pool?
Yeah. We take turns.
The patio. I don't know.
I don't know what it's called either.
The pool edge.
Depends.
The pool area.
Is there a deck built around?
The pool.
I don't think it has a widely renowned name.
There's someone driving right
the
now
pool
that's
deck.
like, it's called a pool deck, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's where I was.
Okay.
My turn there, just trying to like not drown, but like wanting to drown my son.
Yeah.
And so he was like, the instructor has like a face that says, I fucking hate my life.
Okay.
But the
Those
voice
ones are the
is like, it's okay, buddy. Do you want to come? And I'm like, no, Satan. No one wants to be with you right now.
But a
You're
soft
scaring
voice.
him.
Is this a teenager or an
Yes.
adult? Yeah.
Yes. Her name's Avery. Avery, if you're listening, change your face.
Get a new job.
It's not welcoming whatsoever. And my wife and I were like the first time I was like, how? And now I'm shit talking kids here. Right? Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like
We're crossing a line.
Cutting up teenagers over
I was
here.
like, how is she? Because her face is like not like she doesn't want to be here right now.
Yeah.
And Robin's like, she's okay. She's not that girl, but she's all right. And I was like, right? I want this girl to
Yeah.
be the thing. I'm
Well,
like, how
because
much
you
do I
got
gotta
freaking
pay?
Kimberly
Right,
over
yeah.
there. It's just bubbly as shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
how much do I gotta pay to go from Averly to Kimberly? Like,
Yeah.
how much do you want?
That makes sense.
Anyways, we finagled Aubrey, my daughter, into her private swimming lessons.
Okay.
And it's with a boy.
Okay.
So I was like, she's not gonna want to be with the thing. Wrongo, she's got a crush on this fucking lifeguard.
Yeah.
She's gonna turn in now. She wants to do fucking swim meets and shit. Like it's fucking crazy,
She's inspired.
right? So it's like this. I've known her whole life.
Yep.
Hates getting water in her fucking ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Hates it. You know what? I have videos. I'll show you. And the videos on my phone. She's like, Dad, look at this. And she's like, fucking has her ear on the thing. She's dunking her whole head underwater. No problem.
Yeah.
1 week with this fucking Evan guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's Michael
You know what?
Phelps.
Way to go, Evan.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
for you,
super
buddy.
happy for you. You fuck.
Penny Alexiak would have been better, but
Wow, we're gonna have to beep the shit out of this. Anyways, back to my son. So he was like, the second he laid eyes on Avery, he started squawking. So then I'm like walking with them over, and then put him down, and my wife's behind the glass, but like kind of fucking pointing at me and mouthing something like I'm supposed to understand lip language.
because you're down on the pool deck.
Well, we're eye to eye.
Okay.
But she's there. But she's like,
But she's on the other
she's
side
like,
of the glass. Right.
I'm like, what the fuck are you saying right
What am
now?
I supposed to do with that?
What do you want me to do? Like, what-
2 words. First word.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Anyways.
Let's get some charades going here.
So Avery's like, do you want this fish? You just gotta come and get it. I'm like, he's bawling his eyes out. I'm like, now's not the time. Then he goes, I want the fish. And I was like, okay. So I grabbed the little floaty fish and then the thing, and then I throw it, and then he like walks over and he's got this little like belt thing on that floats. And then I was like, take it and like push it all the way down. And he pushes it down, puts his hand underwater, and he's having a blast. Just him and I having a blast. His whole team's over the thing. Then she comes over. He's like, no, thank you. Like he's warming up to her.
Yep.
And then this kid hit it out of the park. Like I've never been more proud. Even
Oh, nice.
like I was very, very, very impressed with both of their efforts at swimming lessons.
Yeah.
Because we said it was like a non-negotiable thing.
Right.
And to the point where they both were so looking forward to Saturday. That's when they go swimming lessons.
Right.
Then all these, like I'm filming, then it's 2 back-to-back snow days.
Right.
And then like I honestly thought the school calls you get the thing. So we get a call at like 5:30 in the morning saying like school's canceled.
Right.
And I was like, I thought it was Saturday. So the school came and I'm like, why the fuck are they calling me on a Saturday? And
Right.
like go in to Robin, we do the whole Saturday thing. And then it's like, fuck, it's Wednesday.
Not even close.
What are we gonna do with the kids? How are we even here? Like I
Yeah.
feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Like what is happening right now?
Right.
And then I got the home show this weekend, so now I'm going into like another spell of shit. And I'm
yep.
just like, oh man, yeah, it's not good. And then she's like, well, why don't you not go record? I was like, fuck that, I'm out. I'm going to record tonight with the boys. Have fun with your parents.
What if you should have a date night like 2 Sundays from now?
Yeah.
Or
Throw
could
it
you
on the
do something
calendar.
downtown while you're at the home show? Like
We're
keep
trying-
the kids at the grandparents or something?
But they're going to Costa Rica for
That's
the first time in
selfish
7
sons of
years.
bitches.
I know.
Didn't get the Super Bowl reference.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
So then listen to this. Not to
2
take
Sundays
over.
from now. I'm like, that was really specific, but I don't know why.
Not to take over the whole podcast, but I will.
Yeah.
I'm a big Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Facts.
Philadelphia Eagles are in the playoffs.
They are.
Sorry, the Super Bowl.
Yes, they are.
And so my nephews, one's born in February, one's born in January. My sister-in-law, and if they're listening to this, I'm going to get in mega trouble. I got a big mouth.
That's what we do.
I think they know.
Here's what it is. Anyways,
They've known
she
you your
sends
whole
out the
life.
thing. She's like, we're conjoining the birthdays, and we're going to do it at this restaurant on February 9th. And I'm not paying attention. Cool, what time?
Right.
5:45. Cool, everything's great. So anyways, the weekend, I'm losing my marbles over
Yeah.
the Eagles game. Boom, 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 boom. Thing. Robin's like, when's the Super Bowl? I was like, it's the weekend after the home show. She's like, well, that's Lucas and Blake's birthday party. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking going to that.
Sorry.
Too bad for them.
And she goes, well, you kind of have to. Like, it's your brother and his kids. Like, you're thinking.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am not going. I
He'll
am
understand.
not missing. And this is the thing. I wrestled with this guilt for like 4 days because it sounds so stupid, right?
It is stupid.
Yeah.
But
When's the
Sports are
birthday?
dumb.
you're stupid.
But who plans a birthday on Super Bowl
But it's
Sunday?
First of all, thank you, Dave, for having my back here. Joey called me stupid.
because he's never had a team
I
in
was
the
just
finals.
affirming. Hey, I love a lot of teams, but it is. I understand and I agree, but it is stupid.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I agree
Sports
with
are
you.
dumb.
But
And I love sports so much.
I don't know why I felt so guilty, but I really, really did.
Yeah.
Because when you say it out loud, like I don't want to go to my nephew's, not one, but 2 nephews' birthday because I want to watch a football game. It sounds stupid.
Yep.
And I recognize that. But I couldn't help the way that I feel like it's very important to me. And I was like, I don't want to hate these 2 kids for the rest of their lives.
Right.
Because they robbed me of watching my team in the Super Bowl.
Facts.
And I'll hold a grudge, and it has nothing to do with it. It's not even their birthday.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the
Right,
day
it's
they
not
were born.
exactly.
So now I'm thinking,
Can you get them to move it earlier?
so Robin
a
is
lunch?
like, have you messaged, my sister-in-law's name's Allie. She's like, have you messaged Allie yet? I was like, no, not yet. She's like, Mark, this isn't going to go away.
Yeah.
Like-
and the longer you leave it, the worse it gets.
Because I have made up in my mind, I'm not going. Right. Like,
Right.
I'm not going. I'm in the thing. And every year, my college friends, we get together, we watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
But the 2 years ago when the Eagles were there, we got together and they're all chirping me and a thing. And it was the worst thing. I couldn't hear the TV because they're all fucking the thing. I'm like, I'm not going to that either. I'm watching it at my house. It's stupid how much I care about this.
Yeah.
But my logic was to Robin, like, if the Leafs were in the Stanley
100%.
Cup, they would completely move that date.
There's nothing that would make me miss 7 of those games. If that ever happened.
Yeah.
So I would be watching everyone no matter what.
And you're not alone. My brother's an Oilers fan, but it's same thing. If the Leafs were there, no one would want to miss those. So it makes sense. But when it's not that person's team,
Right.
it's stupid. And I couldn't help but think. And then I get the message, just realize the 9th is Super Bowl. Would you guys, earlier be better for you? Right. And everyone goes, yes.
So then you didn't have to be the asshole.
I said, absolutely. And I don't reply. You know me in group chat. I've never replied faster to a group chat message. And all I said was, absolutely. And my dad was like, that should work and blah, blah. And she just wrote back, I'm just thinking about Mark and the Eagles and the Super Bowl. And I was like, no later than 1 o'clock. I need to be back home. Right. I'm going to be smoking some sort of meat.
Right.
But this has to go down. And and it just made me kind of like appreciate, you know what I mean?
Did you feel seen a little, like that they were thinking of you in the whole situation?
It was a tricky scenario because I know my wife was like, not
She might have
jealous.
meddled a little.
Well, she was just kind of like, why the fuck is anyone thinking about him? Like, what about my, like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're like, I'm a fucking special person.
It's funny. I won an award.
And you keep rubbing it in her face.
No. Here it is. I keep saying like my daughter would be like, "Hey, Dad," I'll be like, "That's award winning, Dad."
I'm gonna stop you right there.
And then she goes, Robin would be like, "Babe," and I was like, "Excuse me, that's award winning, babe." She's like, "You won an award for carpentry, not for husband." I was like, "When you win an award,
You're an award winner.
it's just everything. Okay, it's all encompassing."
Brings up a good point. You know who's won a lot of awards? Regal Ideas. Woo! They've won awards for innovation in so many categories because they are just always evolving. They were the first aluminum railing system to market, and they're staying number one by putting efforts into everything they do.
Yep.
When we hosted the webinar yesterday,
Yep.
Joe Jacklin, he starts off by doing this is how it's all made. And he started
He's got
listing
such a famous person name.
Right.
Joe
Jacklin.
Jacklin. It's a good name. It's a good name.
Yeah.
But he listed off all the new things that Regal's coming out with and all the new technologies that are going to make installing it easier, lights that you can operate from your phone and change colors and all that jazz. They've got, he said it's like built in like a security system somehow. So you can like turn on the lights from your phone when you're away and have it come on and off and stuff like
Well, and
that.
you can hook it up with your smart home cameras now so that you can have it all in one hub. The Regal Hub.
Yeah. So Regal Ideas, they're award winners.
Great ad transition. I don't think we've had a decent ad transition in a while. It's usually like we
been
just
lazy with it.
chop them in there.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, home hardware.
I saw it coming.
So another thanks out to the Corther group of home hardwares. That is Bridge North, Coboconk, Lakefield, Millbrook, and Lindsay.
No, you should just whispered
I
it in his
probably
ear.
wasn't gonna remember Lindsay.
I didn't even notice the breath coming out. It was just noticing them.
But we also love home hardware because they're also constantly innovating and changing up the game as best they can. They like to be integrated into their communities, which we love because we are very community driven. So we love that the Cortha group of home hardwares is a part of the RDP family.
Yeah, the Cortha Home Hardware in Lindsay, they've got a design center and the build center.
And they've got a Jeff Gill.
They do. A Jeff Gill and an Owen. I can't pronounce his last name, but Jeff
Does
is
he
hosting
draw
up.
Does he draw the drawings? Owen?
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah,
So he's
good
working
dude.
on a set of plans for us right now. He's doing the floor plan, and then he's about to work on the truss plan. We should have it by the end of the week so that can sent off to engineers. So they've got everything you need in one place to be able to get your drawings done, your materials, your builds. They'll help you through each step of the process.
I literally sent Owen because I want to do I want to cover my back deck, like extend my roof line.
Yeah.
I sent him a thing and I was like, "Can you do up drawings so that I can get them to the city for permits?" And he goes, "Yep, no problem. Can you send me?" And I just did like rough measurements, sent them to him. This guy came back with a full-on rendering
Yeah,
of my house.
they're good.
Like windows, right places, everything. I literally was like, "Can you
no
put
joke.
3 rocks there? Because this would look like you took a picture
Yeah.
of my home." It's wild.
Yep. You got to have the right people in your corner.
It's crazy.
Fourth group of home hardware are those right people.
Sure are.
Proud dad moment for myself
Yeah,
this
hit it.
weekend.
Hey, let's go. I'm buckling in
I
here.
finally got my 2 older kids on skates
Oh,
Nice.
for the first time.
How was it?
It was the bar was very like the expectations were set very low.
That's the key
Yeah.
to happiness. Low
That's true.
expectations, key to happiness.
I was expecting it just not to happen at all.
Right. Fair enough.
How happy were you?
I was elated that it went so well.
Amazing.
Oh, nice.
Both, my oldest was on skates, and he you have to prep him for things.
Yep.
So I was prepping him along the way, like, you are going to fall. It's probably gonna hurt,
Right.
but that's okay. It's gonna happen numerous times, but just get back up and like, keep trying. He's like, all right. So that's exactly what he did, and like within like an hour, he was like starting to like skate around, like just like walk around on the ice. And
Yeah.
I was like, by the end, like we went inside for dinner, and then he asked to go back out.
That's it.
Later,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
in
Got
the
the
dark.
bug.
We were in the dark. We had a light set up.
That's
And he
awesome.
was like starting to like spin around on his skates and stuff. I was
Is this
like,
on an outdoor rink?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was blown away. Like,
Yeah.
That's
and it was like affirming for my wife and I, because with him, like we pick and choose which things we kind of, I don't want to say push.
You can say push.
Yeah.
But, like,
Encourage him into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like skating was one of those things that like we're just gonna wait till he's ready for
Yeah.
it. Like we're not gonna push it at all. It just wouldn't have been worth it. It would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Earlier, so like he saw his youngest brother start skating lessons recently, and he's like, "Dad, I want you to teach me how to do that." He's like, "But I don't want to do skating lessons. I want you to teach me." So,
Aw.
so this was like the perfect opportunity, and it just went so well. And then
That's awesome.
our middle child, Riley, she was like not as confident, but she was still like getting up and like starting to like walk around on her skates
Yeah.
too within like a couple hours. I was just like,
Nice.
this is the best.
Yeah.
Like I was so happy.
On an
Yeah.
outdoor rink,
yeah,
especially, like
yeah, it felt so
considering you're
Canadian.
like a big vibes
Oh,
guy,
it's such a
like the
Canadian
vibes of
moment.
the out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a great day.
Aw.
We did
happy.
something similar on was it Saturday? You what?
Yeah.
That did this. So we were
Yeah.
doing the same thing in a different place. So my brother-in-law Ian, who's
Sunday,
had on the
sorry,
show.
but-
Just sorry, just for
No,
1 second.
hit it up.
For anyone who is listening and doesn't live in Canada, hockey and skating are a very big deal for us.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of
1000%.
pref, like
Yeah.
just like with the first time.
Yeah.
It's a very special moment
It
in
was
Canadian
very
culture.
special.
Like, oh,
Well, I didn't realize it was even a moment for me because like we didn't have that much, and I didn't learn to skate until I was older. Where like this moment on Saturday at Ian's place, where like he's got a very small rink set up in his backyard, but we had that where like it went out, and then father-in-law Arliss had it all kind of cleaned up, ready to go. We're lacing up the skates beside the rink. The kids get on. The snow starts to fall a little bit. We got a bonfire going, like kind of right beside the rink too.
man.
And we're like, I turned to Arliss and I was like, man, now we're Canadian. He's like, yep, it's official. It's such a fun little moment. Like just everybody skating around, just like
See, I think I'm not having fun in winter.
you gotta find your fun.
Yeah, because I'm sick of it, and I don't want it anymore. I don't want to like walk to my car cold. I just want to feel the warmth.
Right.
But when you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, man.
When you commit to it,
And
it's-
like I have like some of my like amazing winter memories, like as a kid,
totally.
and even as an adult, like playing pond hockey at Joey's
Yep.
brother Tim's golf course that he used to work at. Like we would get the boys and we'd have like a barbecue going, and we would cook hamburgers and hot
best.
dogs and play on like the outdoor rink all day long. And I think I'm just not having fun. I think because we've been sick for so much of winter,
Yes.
we've been hibernating and not going out and doing fun things in the snow.
Lace
I'm
'em
gonna
up.
go tobogganing. I think we've
Do
got
it
some
up. Get on a
snow. We
pond,
gotta
too.
do tobogganing.
It was so fun to just zip passes around on the little pond, the pad that we had. It was just it was awesome.
It was the first year that I say first year, like I've lived there for years, but I wanted to make an outdoor rink in our backyard this
Right.
year. But it's always like you're in October and you're kind of like, it wasn't that cold last year. It's like such a lot of work, and you don't know if it's gonna.
It is a lot of work.
It's ton, but it's so much fun.
Yes.
Right.
When you have, especially when the kids are little and everything's huge and like whatever, it's just I regret it now because of how cold it has been.
Right.
Like this would have been the perfect year for it. And it's one of those things when I hear that, I'm like, next year, I'm going to set it up.
And it's going to be a
It's going to
gong
be
show.
so warm.
But you're
two
going to
all-winter
set it
long.
up like Mark, and it's going to be like an official size
Yeah.
rink with
I'm
lights
gonna
and
put
boards.
and stuff
It's going
on
to be
it
a whole thing.
The weather has been great for it this year.
Yeah.
Which means it probably will be shit next year.
next year. Totally.
That's just science. One tip that we did get from a human, I don't even know where it came from.
At the
but
local Kawartha
if
Home
you
Hardware.
can- yeah, definitely a home hardware. That's what it was. If you can, get a plumber, get them to put a hose bib connected to a hot water line.
Yeah.
No, I
If you're
can't.
gonna
I'm
do
on a
rink.
well. Can't do that.
Well, you can,
No, I can't. I'm not wasting well water on that. You crazy?
Just
maybe.
get someone a water truck to come show up.
Isn't a well technically unlimited water?
Well,
Depends on the time of the year.
In the winter,
the winter, yeah, the winter you can take long showers for
Damn
sure.
right.
But August, hard no.
not much skating in August. Though, so I think you're
Well,
safe.
you could. That's when you start thinking about it. That's
true. This is
Start
true.
thinking about it.
That's true.
And the other thing to that,
'Kay.
you sons of bitches,
Hit me.
is I have to treat my water, so I'm not wasting my treated
Actually,
water.
the treated water wouldn't be good for the rink either. I think I remember that at your parents' house when we used some of the water, and then it ended
bad
up
ice.
like
Well, because it was salted. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to add a lot of salt, and then that doesn't do good in freezing water. You know?
So what I would do, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
To be honest, in that
Okay.
situation.
So
well, you don't
what
need to
my
right now. You got to
water
year
truck.
prep.
What Ian does is he fills up buckets. He's on wells. Is he on? It doesn't matter. But they fill up buckets of hot water from inside and just carry it out and put it out.
Smooths it out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, you gotta
There's
melt the
cheat
top
codes.
layer.
You have like if you fill up cooler
Okay.
and then you pour or like drill little holes
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
cooler.
Zamboni.
Yeah.
There's
And
a lot
then
of
you have,
content
like-
you could make, Mark.
You have
can
like
do-
a
also use a
pole
torch.
with like a
Towel.
towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
you
they
just
have that.
drag that around.
Should
and
we
it
have an
goes in
award
place.
for the best real dad rink?
We need real dad awards.
We were talking about this before we started recording the Real Dad Awards. So it's official. It's happening.
Yep.
I'm putting it on the record so that we have to follow through.
Do you
with
want to
it.
know what I just realized?
What did you just realize?
We're gonna announce the winners on Father's Day.
Yep.
And the day before Father's Day is my wedding,
Oh.
and we're all
big
gonna be
things.
together.
Are we
Exciting.
doing a live
But we're
podcast at your wedding?
probably going to
have to
record
fight
that.
Robin would literally
You have to fight
kill you.
Robin for that.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no.
I said the
think we should
guys
do it.
could do it.
I choose life.
The guys could set it up and kind of like pull in my friends and interview my friends.
Okay.
And I'll pop in whenever I can.
Let's get stories about Mark.
And then they
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"You don't want that."
Yeah, we do. The people want it.
And then she was like, "The guys can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But if you're gone for longer than like 8 minutes, you're
After
done."
a certain time at night,
It's true.
No one's gonna
everybody's
care.
drunk.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna
No one's gonna care.
That would be
Yeah.
a very unfiltered podcast.
have
But we
no
are.
idea.
We're
Let us
going
know
to
if
do
you
the
want.
RDP Awards.
Yep.
Yes.
There's going to be some type of trophy. We're still working out the logistics behind what it's going to be. But these are your categories.
Yes.
We have Real Dad of the Year. That's going to be the
Academy
top award. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you qualify for that?
We don't know yet. We're
I haven't
figuring
made it
this
that
out.
far. We'll ask ChatGPT.
I think
Like the first 4 years, like I'm assuming we're winning it.
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
obviously.
yeah,
No,
like,
no.
Real Dads of the Year. Come on now.
So the Real Dad of the Year, I think this
I'm an
needs to be
award-winning dad.
nominated. I think this person needs to be nominated.
Okay.
By
I
whom?
think they could nominate themselves
Friend,
if they wanted. Like,
family member.
I respect
Yeah.
somebody who's like ballsy enough to just like compliment
nominate
themselves all
me.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you're going to the bottom.
but
of
if
it.
you're- if your
where do
partner-
the ballots? Where do the ballots go in?
Maybe Instagram.
Humility helps.
The page.
Send us a
Real Dad
message
podcast
with
page?
your official entry or nomination, or you
Okay.
could send us an email.
Okay.
Do we have an email?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, we're really
probably.
working out the logistics. I'm going to
There's a
hammer out the
lot of
categories.
logistics.
We're early
Your
on.
best place to go
But
and
it
where
is
would be
happening.
most favored is through Patreon.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
Easy to communicate there. We've got Rookie of the Year,
Oh yeah, best new dad. Of the
Best
year.
New Dad.
Yeah.
That one.
We have the #1 Review of the Year. So whoever's written the best review for the show.
Yeah.
Get clever.
And we were thinking about Best Vasectomy of the Year.
And hold on, shut your mouth for a second. It is the 29th, so the review is the 29th of January.
Onward.
Best review past the 29th of January is what qualifies you for that one. And that one's
about-
free, folks.
Not going to
What about most comments?
February 13th.
An award for the most comments.
Like on any
I
platform.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
It'll be hard to add up.
That'd be the MVP.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
the MVP.
Oh, I like an MVP award.
The MVP of the RDP.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got some
It
RD.
sounded a lot more muddled than it actually was. I think only
We've
two
got some
acronyms.
RDP awards coming your way.
Yes.
And what are they going to win? Trophies?
We're
Again,
still
we
working on the
don't know.
logistics of
As
things.
of right now, it's just a mention on the
We're
podcast.
4 ideas, guys. What we do is we say the idea.
No. Shut
Paul Cronin is going to just run with
Oh,
this.
yeah.
The second he hears this episode,
Leave him alone. I
he's
gonna
gonna
messaged
have
him already.
plaques made. He's gonna have.
Shout out to Paul Cronin.
He'll
Yeah, I
have his
go to
own
now.
award.
I messaged him already, and today I was like, "How do I do this?" He's like, "If you send me this, I'll help you." I was like, "I know,
I know.
I love you
to
for
me.
that, and I don't know what I used to do without you." Slippers. We need slippers.
We do.
We
need
do.
slippers.
Real dad slippers.
Real dad
do.
slippers. So if
do.
you're a slipper guy or gal out there, you got to hook
Hey,
up.
that could be a prize for one of the
I'll
winners.
give you an
You
award.
get RDP slippers.
I'll win you an award. For
Most
that.
donations to the real dad.
Oh, I mean, the slippers
Contributions.
could be the prize for
Contributions.
the award, but also Paul Cronin would just win that one every
Yeah,
year.
basically, they call it the Paul Cronin Award.
I kind of like it.
That would be kind of funny.
He
To have
has his
awards.
own award.
Paul Cronin Award.
I love
It's just
it.
whoever helps us out the most and asks the least of us.
Yeah,
You get the Paul Cronin Award.
I think we gotta
Yeah.
send him something finally.
absolutely. He's gonna win it this year because he has to. It's whether
Cronin
anyone else.
Has never won the Paul Cronin Award.
Bring him up and do a whole
travesty.
presentation and give him a green jacket
Yeah.
and a whole fucking thing.
It's gonna be a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I like that one.
Okay, now before we close out this podcast, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure that this is going to air on February 13th.
Okay. Right before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
After the Super
So
Bowl.
if you are listening to this,
Oh, no.
the Super Bowl will have potentially happened.
Oh, no.
But
That makes me so
more
worried.
importantly,
Who won?
Philly
won.
obviously.
more
me-
importantly,
tell me who won
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so
Yeah.
don't forget about it. Go get some flowers, get some
That's
chocolate.
wild.
Just do
Future Dave coming in
something,
with
okay?
clutch.
Just
What a
do
move.
something for your partner. It doesn't have to
Yep.
be flowers or chocolate. There could be something else. Go buy a book from Chapters. Get them a Starbucks. Just something to say that you love them. They want the thing.
Yep.
Just do the thing.
You
for
gotta do
them.
more than get them a Starbucks.
No, but honestly, whatever it is,
some people,
no,
that
no,
bar-
that's a cheat code. That's a cheat code. Whatever it is, like you think about that person and you think, what do they like? Just get that.
Just
Yeah.
get the thing they like.
Whatever it is. It could
Yeah.
be socks. Funny
setting
story
the bar
about this
real
real
low.
quickly though. Robin's always wanted Calvin Klein underwear.
Okay.
And 3 years in a row, I've bought her underwear that's too small for her.
Okay.
The same size
Yeah.
every single year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I've got 3 packages of Calvin Klein female underwear
Yep.
that's too small, but she won't let me throw it out because one day she might fit into it again. Anyways, don't buy underwear is what I'm
you
trying to
bought-
say.
Don't buy
Don't
You
buy
bought the
underwear.
same size each year though?
Yeah, because I forget, and I was like, she's probably
just
this size.
look at her current
Yeah.
underwear.
That
Are
was,
you
it was
gonna-
a thing
I
we
can't do
stopped
that
doing
without smelling
too.
it. I'm just kidding.
Hey, there's no shame here.
I'm kidding. Gosh,
I mean, you do you, bro.
I'm about that life.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've never seen Mark get so red.
My mom listens to this.
I don't think I've ever seen him embarrassed before in my life.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing else needs to be said.